Okay, this is my first video. Welcome to my channel. Um, I'm right now in Tokyo. Decided to start this first video talking about why I quit my high software developer job. So I've been working for this company for 4 years. It started as a really good opportunity to basically not upgrade my skills, but get better as a software developer. The job started great. It was a great environment. At first, it was 150 people that was working in the company, mostly developers. I would say like around 80 people were front-end developers. But along the way, I don't know what happened, and every year there was a layoff, a massive layoff. It was, I was always grateful that I was not part of those people that were getting laid off. But I don't know. I was always working, doing my best. I even had a notebook, and every morning I started my mornings writing down. And the first thing that I would write down on my list of tasks that I would have for the day was always to give 200%. And that's exactly what I did all the time. I always gave 200%. And the good thing about this company, or when I started, we started as it was a 5 work day company. And then along the way, the company is very progressive, and they decided to give us a 4-day work week. The 4-day work week started amazing, and it was something that everybody like really loved. But this led to people not wanting to leave because it was a great advantage to have. But the thing was that working for 4 days a week, at first it looks great. But the thing is that when the company gave us that, they always told us that it was a gift that we had, and that the company, that we should always be available for the company on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday if something was going to happen. So that's the reason why it was always like a 200% that you were giving to this company. So if things were going bad, if we were getting 500 errors or 404s on the weekend, then it doesn't matter. It never mattered where were you, what you were doing. You always had to jump on trying to fix those bugs. So it meant that you were not really working 4 days a week. It turned out that you were working more than that. And to be able to give everything for the company. So that's what it meant. I was giving extra hours, but it came in waves. So there were times where, like, yes, I was only working the 4 days, but there were times where I was working every day, like more than 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours, trying to finish my work, getting everything perfect. Sorry for the noise. The thing was that as they kept firing more people, The work became like extra work, right? Because they had less resources for front end developers and back end developers. So you ended up taking a lot, a lot of other work. And to me, that didn't matter. It was a company that I really loved and enjoyed working for. But then, as less people worked in the company, then it became more and more and more. And the thing was that the company was fully remote. So we had an office. Everybody could go to the office if they wanted to, but most of us didn't want to go to the office, so all was remote. But uh, it came to the end of 2024 where I was preparing to become a team lead for the team that I was working for, then replacing a girl that was on maternity leave. And then uh, they were trying to hire more people. So they asked me to be the hiring manager at that moment. So the person that was training me to become the team lead for the current team that I was working for didn't know or knew that I was just replacing someone else at another team. But then there was other people that had no idea that I was also working as a hiring manager. And it ended up with 2 months of me working more than 8 hours a day, every day. Until one day, obviously, I've never experienced burnout like that. So one day I just exploded. And I basically told everybody to go eat that. And well, people apologized. They gave me a day to recover from my burnout. And then 2025 started. So it was funny because 2025 started and I didn't get the promotion. I stopped working on all the responsibilities that I was given. And still more people were laid off. So I really don't know what happened to this company, but the company all of a sudden it was like, hey, work on this. Okay, no, stop here and also work here. And then if you as a software developer, if you didn't agree on certain things, how they were built, there was no say in that. But then yet, if they were built wrong, we had to be available on a Saturday and Sunday to fix them. So it became something completely ridiculous. And unfortunately, 2025, I got so very depressed, and it was awful. It was awful because I stopped doing everything that I actually love doing, like going to the gym, going for walks. I was just like not motivated to do anything. And yeah, then it got so bad that December last year, 2025, I I I left. And I've never been this happy in my life, to be honest. um 2025 also, with my boyfriend, we put a little bit of work into a project that were people that We love traveling, and we notice a change with in the world where, first of all, after COVID, a lot more people are working remotely, and the world now became so globalized that now basically you can get a digital nomad visa wherever you want to go, and you just work from there. And we realized that slow traveling and the way that people work was changing. And we said, like, why not just build a like our own business around that and work around that so that we can actually do what we want to do, which was basically that, travel and work in a slow pace where we can, because usually if you if you are from Canada, you know and understand what it feels like to take vacation, go to Southeast Asia, and then you have to do everything so fast. So you spend 2 days here, 3 days there, then go to the next place, spend 2, 3 days, and keep doing it like that until your 2, 3 weeks are over. Then you go back home and then you start work again. And are you all rested from that? No, you aren't. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I left my high paying job. And I don't care. I don't care because I realize that in this world right now where we live in, there's so many ways to make money if you understand how to leverage the skills that you have. You don't have to, because this is another thing. And if you are a software developer, you know that right now the job market is so oversaturated to the point that it's taking months to find a job. I remember when I'm from Colombia, by the way. So when I moved to Canada, I remember I got there, I applied for a job, and in a week, I got to Canada, I moved to Canada, and in a week, I found a job. And then after that, it was like that. I was tired of that job. Okay, I would quit. And then in a week, I would find another job. Oh, I didn't like how this person treated me. Okay, I would quit. And then I will find another job in a week. And for me, that was the best advantage that you had as a software developer, that it was just so easy. I really didn't care about like how, like, I was making money, but what I mean is that I never was in the mode of like, oh my god, I have to make all of this money. It was more about freedom. So the freedom that I had as a software developer, that's what I always thought was my advantage of, or the advantage of this field. So right now, after COVID, a lot of people decided that, or realized that software developers had this advantage of finding a quick job, of making really good money, or even having the advantage of working remotely. And everybody in the entire world decided to become a developer, mostly front-end developers. And that's part of the reason why the job market is extremely oversaturated. So the people that right now I feel that have the advantage are the people who are seniors, who have been working as software developers for a very long time because they know what they're doing, and not just people who went to just a boot camp for 6 months and they learn how to create components with React. And I'm not saying that a person who did this type of job or did a boot camp that is not going to be able to become a software engineer. But there's a lot of junior, intermediate, and mediocre developers that only got into the field because it was easy. So right now, as I was saying, uh, I'm trying to leverage what I know, what I can do, plus other skills, to really do what I like to do, which is traveling. Um, and this is the reason why I decided to come here to Japan and start creating content. Creating content, and I hope to upload more um, and create more content. That's the entire idea of being here. And yeah, so thanks for listening if you stayed for the entire video. And yeah, if you like what I said, this is all gonna be unfiltered, not edited, as it goes. That's it. And yeah, thank you for staying. If you if you are if you're still here, thanks for staying. That's all. Thanks. Bye.